3x landed cost or bust.
From that click is a big determining factor that I look at for product to market fit. So if you'll say sub $1, which my dad cooler was when I first launched, it's kind of hard to make money from that when everyone else is making 3 times as much per click. So if you're kind of getting in that zone of $2 plus revenue per click, to me, that's a really solid sign you've got something that people want, right? And you can be competitive in paid traffic.
Yeah, and you mentioned going sub $1. What are some things that people can do to get their product costs down? Because I get it at the beginning, a lot of people are like scrambling just to make it work.
Yeah.
And then they end up with such a small margin. What are some things you look for to make sure that the cost stays really low before, just to make sure you have that margin when you retail?
Yeah, so, unit economics is the whole game. And a lot of people don't realize that, but being ruthless with your unit economics and your cost centers is huge. So what you're talking about is like the variable costs of the product, which is shipping, the product cost, packaging, even merchant fees I would put into those variable costs. And the thing with the variable costs is that they scale with you. So some costs like fixed costs, like subscriptions and rent, you can kind of grow and they don't grow with you, so they get more efficient. But you need to be hyper focused on variable cost. I think one of the things that people do not realize is how much margin they need in the product. So big mistake I see people make when it comes to e-commerce is that they'll find a supplier and they'll see that they can bring something into the world for $50 and they're going to sell it for $100. And I think 50%, margin or 2 times
double my
markup.
money, right?
Yeah. So but really what they don't realize is that if your product cost is 50% of the regular retail price to try to demand, it's not enough. So you need to be aiming for selling something for 3 at a minimum. Everything I've bought into the world has been a 5 times